Hi, since I wrote about using concept maps to create your literature review, I found a piece of software that will actually create the concept maps for you and save them to your computer. It's a free piece of software online and it's very easy to use, and I'm going to show you how to start right now. It's called Vue, V-U-E, Visual Understanding Environment. And this is how it, when you open it up, this is how it starts, with an empty map. As you can see, here's the empty map right in the middle. First of all, with a concept map, to create a concept map, you really need to have a question that you're asking. And the question I'm going to use for this is the characteristics of children's playgrounds that contribute to accidents. So first of all, I'm going to click on the text button, which is up here on the menu bar. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth icon along from the left. I'm going to click and drag on the map place, and I've now got a text box in which I can write, and I'm going to just click on that. It selects the term new text, and I'm now going to type my question in. Now my question actually would be, what are the characteristics of children's playgrounds that lead to children having accidents? But if you're going to write it in research question format, it might be something on the lines of characteristics of children's playgrounds that contribute to accidents. So I'm just going to type that in. So that's characteristics of children's playgrounds. Sometimes spelling on the computer is not great. That contribute to accidents. Now I have my text typed in. If I now click on the pointer arrow, I can now see that I have the little handles at the side of the box. I can use that to change the text box to a reasonable size for what I want, and I can just left click and drag to put the title in the middle of the of the page. So characteristics of children's playgrounds that contribute to accidents. I'll just add in the S at the end there. My spelling is going badly wrong on here. There we are, contribute to accidents. Okay, now normally I would save that. I'm just not going to do that at the moment because I want to make this video just as short as I can. We've got our question, what are the characteristics of children's playgrounds that contribute to accidents? In terms of research question for your PhD, for writing your literature review, you probably would have it written down as characteristics of children's playgrounds that contribute to accidents, but treat it as a question, because all concept maps need to start with a question. Now we're going to draw our concept map, and we'll click on this second item here, icon here, second from the left, called the node tool, little rectangle shape. Click on that, and now we can draw our top concept. For this particular question, really this should be children's playgrounds. I can make it straight across, or I can click here and press the return key, and I can just have the two words one above the other. As I start clicking on here, so I can change the size of this, and the text will automatically center itself. You can't actually make the concept a node too small, it won't allow you. So I'm just going to leave that here at a reasonable size. That's my top concept, and now I'm going to draw a few more. For instance, children's playgrounds may well have equipment. Most of the ones I've seen have. They also have surfaces. It's important to note that these concepts relate directly to the question that's asked at the top of the page. What are the characteristics of children's playgrounds that contribute to accidents? So equipment can contribute to accidents, surfaces can contribute to accidents. We might also want to add in here things like maintenance and possibly repair, because quite often children's playgrounds need repair. Now we have 4 concepts, and I'm now going to join them up. This is what's called the rapid prototyping tool. It happens to be the fourth icon along from the left on the menu bar, and really what it is, it's just the bit that joins two concepts. You can see as I click and drag, the concept I'm dragging to turns green to show that it has successfully joined the two, and there's a little label in the middle which I'm now going to use. Now, children's playgrounds have equipment, so that's the joining word I'm going to use. Children's playgrounds have surfaces. Children's playgrounds need maintenance or require maintenance, whichever word you prefer, and children's playgrounds may need repair. And again, just like putting the two words one above the other in the concept, I can also do that here in the label box as well. Just press return. I've now got the label as on two lines, so may need repair. I'm going to click the pointer tool. I now have four concepts here, and with the joining words, if I join these together, these make a proposition. So this is one proposition here: children's playgrounds have equipment. Here's another proposition here: children's playgrounds have surfaces. Another one again: children's playgrounds need maintenance, and children's playgrounds may need repair. So we have four concepts there. And now I'm going to move on to the surfaces one, and if you followed up above, you'll see that I chose four different kinds of surfaces for children's playgrounds. So again, I'm going to pick on the node tool, and the four kinds of surfaces I thought there might be sand, grass, soft asphalt, and bark. Now these all belong to the surfaces, so again I'm going to click the rapid prototyping. I'm just going to join them up quickly, and there you see that I have, and I'm going to pick the pointer tool. You can see that I have four sub-concepts here: bark, soft asphalt, grass and sand, and they all join onto the surfaces. Now if I double click on the joining line, I can bring back up the label, and I can type the words in there. It's automatically selected, so you just have to type. So surfaces can be, double click here, can be, double click here, and double click here. Now you can see that I have a proposition which could be: children's playgrounds have surfaces which can be sand. Children's playgrounds have surfaces which can be grass. You can see these are all matching up to each other. Now it's easy enough to add in more concepts on any other part that you might like. Move things around. I can move this around over here, for instance, if that would fit in better with what I need. I can also connect things across. Now, for instance, children's playgrounds need maintenance, they may need repair. It's quite possible that whenever someone is doing the maintenance, that they might identify the need for repair. So again, I can connect these. So maintenance may identify need, and I've now got the proposition that maintenance may identify a need for repair. I can move these around as I wish, and you can see that all the joins all stay linked up together. I might even want to take this one across here. Now that looks a bit untidy, so I'll bring it back over here, but you can actually change that all around as you wish. Now in terms of making this into a literature review, you now have the top concept, children's playgrounds, up here. We have four subheadings: equipment, surfaces, maintenance and repair. And we have below this one, we have four subheadings of bark, sand, grass and soft asphalt. Now that will actually start you off with your literature review, with your top heading, your four subheadings and your four subheadings. If at a later date you find that you need to add to your literature review, you might, for instance, because this is looking at the characteristics of children's playgrounds that contribute to accidents, you might have said, oh, I need another subheading in of accidents. Let's just draw a node in there. Now you can see that we have a subheading, as it will be in the literature review, of accidents. We can join it up to children's playgrounds. It's already got the label there, so maybe the site of. And we can see that we now have the proposition that children's playgrounds may be the site of accidents. I move these around so they fit in a bit better. It's quite easy to make them smaller, as you saw. I'm just leaving them big so they are easily visible on the video. So children's playgrounds may be the site of accidents. Now, it may be, for instance, that the accidents are linked to the equipment. You may also find that through your research, you may find that some of these are more likely to have different kinds of accidents than others. So you might have accidents can be fractures. Accidents could be bruises, and also you could have pinches. Now it's quite possible that the fractures and bruises may well be related to surfaces, and the pinches may be related to equipment. I don't know. This is just an example I'm using. I have no inside knowledge of any of these, so I have no idea as to whether this is correct or not. So accidents can be. I'll leave the rest of the labelling out on these just to ensure that the video isn't too long. And you may find that you need to equipment may be more likely to equipment may produce. So there may be some equipment that you have in there that is more likely to produce pinches, so you might actually want to think of maintaining that, repairing it, or maybe even replacing it, etc. You may find, for instance, that there are certain kinds of surface that lead people to more likely having fractures. It might be, for instance, that grass. You're more likely to have fractures if you've got grass as opposed to the soft asphalt, sand, or bark. I don't know. What I will do now is show you how to make a curved join. We have fractures here, joined across the grass, and we can say are more likely on. Now if I right click on this, you can see that I can click on links, curved, and this allows me to click on a node, and I can drag it down, and I can now make that a curved link. And we now have fractures are more likely on grass. Equipment may produce pinches. And we've added something in to our map, and this also means that the concept map has been increased, and it also means we can very easily increase the literature review by taking a new subheading, 3 more sub-subheadings, and we have, because it's on the concept map, already got the idea that we have to relate the pinches into the equipment and relate the fractures into the grass. So it shows you the connections between the different parts of the concept map. I hope that's been useful. The software is free. It's from VUE, View. You can get it online, a free download for the concept map. It saves the concept maps on your computer. You can print them out and then carry them with you, and if you have an idea for adding to them, you can then write on that and go back in and change it at a later time. And I hope that this helps you learn about concept maps, find out